I mean, all right. So realistically, this might be crazy because we talked about people who talked about Diddy parties, right? I've talked to people who've been to Diddy parties in Atlanta whenever he's had them out here, and they were like, yeah, I mean, at the time, obviously, it's Diddy. Why would I say no? Now, if you didn't know about Jeffrey Epstein and his files or anything that he had going on the island, would y'all go to an island like that? Like somebody said, hey, this guy has an island.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
I don't know about anything that's happening on the island. You just come to me
He's a
with an
millionaire,
island. You looking at me like, what the fuck? No.
All these powerful people. Bill Gates gonna be there.
Nah, if some rich people
Trump
invited
been there, Clinton been
to an
there,
island, and I had no like inclination that this type of shit goes on, yeah, I'm gonna go.
So maybe it's different because y'all are men. As a woman, you're asking me, would I?
True.
Being as cute as I am to somebody, would I hop on a plane to fly somewhere to then get on a boat to then go to an undisclosed island with a bunch of men and famous people? Absolutely the fuck not. No, why would I do that? That doesn't even sound like a good idea. Mm-hmm. I don't even attend parties where I don't know the location. Like, I'm not doing no car to pick me up, drop me off, and I've gone to parties where you can't have your phone, you can't have this, can't have that. I always go with a friend, and I always know where I'm at. And, like, even when you can't have your phone, I got something. Like, I'm not just, no, absolutely not. Like, the world is a very scary place. And, like, to me, if something happened, what are you going to do? You are now on an undisclosed island with a whole bunch of million and billionaires doing what? And not to be funny, like, think about why, and maybe I'm realistic. Why are y'all being invited there?
We might be cool with them. Who knows?
Yeah, what you mean?
Like, this is a situation where you're affiliated.
So like a Diddy party, right?
She's like, why niggas go?
So let's say I got friends.
No.
Let's say I got friends that might work with these people.
So that's
and
what
my
I'm
friends
saying.
are like, hey, we're going to, they do parties on this island. Do you want to come through?
Okay,
yeah.
So that's my question.
Not on some, like, I'm on the street and they're like, hey, buddy, you want to come to an island? That's like kidnapping 101.
I ended up at Offset's birthday a couple years ago because somebody that was planning the party was at the restaurant. And they saw me and my friend and was like, hey, we need some more cute girls to come. Y'all want to come?
Yes, but that'll happen for y'all. That won't happen. If it happened for us, then that's a red flag.
I mean, even going to that party, it was fun. But then it was like, you can't have your phone. You can't have this. You can't have that. Like, it was a lot of rules and stuff. Good vibes. Like, had an amazing experience. So that would be my question. How am I getting invited to this island? Where is it a real island?
Yeah. Like it's a legitimate invite, like an invite to a party.
Probably not.
It's just a party on the island.
Unless I know a way that I can get off of the island, 1,000% no. Like, as somebody that frequently travels and goes to islands and has, no.
You want to have an escape? I get you.
Yeah, no. That's legit. No. And service on islands is bad. The boats stop at a certain time. You can't see. Like, no. And I get very antisocial. I want to go home when I want to go home. What do you mean the boat's not coming until tomorrow? I'm sorry, what? Manager, I need to talk to somebody.
And, we know now that a lot of the girls that were there were offered soliciting. Basically, you're going to massage and then he's going to pay you this much money.
Yeah, I'm not doing any of that. And I'm not.
We know that was more of a, obviously sex trafficking, which is,
The movie with Channing Tatum that we talked about that I had watched on accident, like I stumbled upon it on HBO Max.
Oh, girl,
I remember you talking about it.
What's your name?
Zoe Kravitz.
Yeah, she directed. Yeah, I know you're talking about. I forgot what the movie's called though.
Guaranteed that's about the Epstein Island.
I'm pretty sure it's like a. That's the inspiration for that movie for sure.
But look at when they wanted to leave. How did that work?
I mean, that the scenarios that you explained definitely possible where you can't leave. I mean, it's on an island, right? So your only escape is through a boat, particularly.
Blink twice.
Yeah, how else are you gonna get off? You gotta get up on a boat or a plane somewhere. You can't drive away. You can't just call a helicopter to come pick you up.
I think for anybody, and I attend a lot of conferences. I go to we have a lot of industry parties. We have a lot of events. I love parties. I love good times. I love professional settings. I love to be out and about. I love regular parties. I've had the opportunities to be at some crazy events and I've seen wild things. However, I'm always able to leave. Mm. So I feel like whatever your age is, whatever industry you work in, being able to have that power to say, like, I'm uncomfortable with something, or like even in high school, like, people start drinking too much, people start doing different stuff. It's like, okay, it's time to go. Project X was a time. I mean, did y'all go to the Project X parties back in the day?
Nah,
we didn't really have real project. Where I was, we didn't.
Oh, we did.
I was in the South.
Where?
Like,
up north, like in PA
Oh,
and Ohio.
yeah. So
like
y'all was like, oh yeah, Project X, we're gonna do the same type of shit.
Jumping off of roofs on the
Oh, yeah,
bounce
we ain't had that shit,
houses
nah.
and the
I was
pools.
in South Georgia, so it's like,
Yeah,
what the fuck we finna do? Be in the barn?
I mean, people was in barns, people was in fields, bonfires. There was all kinds of fun
people
parties.
said they wanted to do it, but like nobody actually.
People did them. We had a time.
Yeah,
That 2000.
I'm talking about for where I was.
2010, 11, 12, even 13, because my uncle graduated a year after me. Even 13, like the parties were wild. But I mean, again,
I mean, you talking about like college parties? Yeah, I mean,
this was high school. College parties were different.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
yeah,
going to like a football game. I mean, it depends. You know, you go to frat parties and all that, and then they doing all that crazy shit.
So
yeah.
what? So you see crazy stuff. Then what do?
What you mean?
So if you're at a party and you're seeing, because I think that's what a lot of this Epstein stuff boils down to is friends following, not being independent. So you go to a party, your friends hit you up, let's go to this party, you go. You're now uncomfortable. I don't want to leave. Like, let's just have one more drink. I mean, I'm about to talk to this girl over here. Like, come on, bro. Like, 10 more minutes. What
we'll do is like, I'm not about to say 10 more minutes. I'm about to talk to the girl, regardless of what the fuck you talking about. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're not supposed to be my ride anyway. I mean, I'm supposed to have my own.
So y'all don't ride together. Everybody's
driving separate. We do sometimes, but if I gotta end, like it's a go tonight.
No, you just met her at the party.
I'm gonna get an Uber. I guess Uber wasn't around that time. I don't remember. But I'm gonna find a way home. Especially in college. Like I know my crib is probably like. So if he wants to leave,
you're gonna let him leave. You're just gonna be like, all right, bye.
Because I'm about to do what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not about to wait on him or have him wait on me. Like you do what you need to do, bro. Like I'm not. Because I mean, if I'm trying to close a deal.
And this is why I feel like men are so easy to get kidnapped, beat up, and killed and everything else. Because y'all just simple.
We will die for some cat all day.
Like with girls,
we go to war for cat. Literally right now, probably. You know what I'm saying? Like, for sure.
Like, especially with, like, my female friends. Like, we always, like, all right, what kind of night are we having? Like, are you trying to leave with somebody or are you not?
Oh, y'all have that discussion?
I do with my friends because I need to know. Like, are you drunk and, like, are you wilding right now or is this the plan? Like, this is...
No, that's smart. I mean,
yeah.
But Ashley's logical.
Because then you don't want to be
times.
You don't want to be a cop
I want you to be the normal, like... So what do you think the normal... girl does at a party? Like, what do you think their mindset is when they go to a party like that? Like,
I don't know.
Outside of who you are.
Outside of you, what are your friends going to the parties for?
When we go to I think I go to the party for the same thing. I just need to know what I'm getting into. And it might be my Virgo-esque. Like, I just need to know.
You never deviate from the plan?
No. See, like, for me, I don't. Like, if I go, I just need to know what my friends are on, so then I'm not, because I'm very hyper vigilant and I'm aware. And I have some friends, especially when I was in college, that were just tra-la-la. Like, I need to know, are we drinking a lot tonight? Okay, who's going to drive? We always got to have the driver. And it used to be me. So, okay, if I'm driving, all right, I know how many drinks I'm going to have. I know how many waters I'm going to have. All right, cool. Is the plan to leave with somebody or not? If you're telling me no, then I'm going to make sure if I know you and I know you drink too much, all right, I know when I got to stop you and when it's time to go. Word. And whoever's in my car, when we get there, you will be in my car when we leave. Like, I don't care if I'm the cock blocking friend that's, all right, we'll get her number and we'll talk tomorrow on the quad. Mm-hmm. Like, it is what you can hate me tomorrow. But if you're my friend, you're not going to be stuck somewhere. Mm-hmm. Now, if you want to fight and you get violent, then yeah, you're getting left. Like, I don't do the hitting. You're not going to hit me. You're not screaming. Like, I don't fight my friends. I'm not one of those. I don't like that. No.
Yeah, she was a logical friend in college.
But sure. I'm also going to have a good time. I'm also going to flirt. I'm going to drink.
She's responsible.
I'm going to play the games. I'm going to, but I also.
Because the way I seen it is.
I worked full time in college. I pledged in college.
Wait, no, such and such, because she was talking to some dude and this, that, and the other, and we just left her.
No.
You left her?
That's not a good friend. That's not a good friend.
Not a good friend.
No, because I'm quick to be like, I'm hungry.
Not a friend, for real,
I'm hungry. I'm about to drag you in this car right now because we need to leave. Mm-hmm. Get the number and wrap it up. Hey, I hope y'all have a good time. Like, yeah, but come on.
You see, like,
I'm hungry.
You know, me, man, at least, you know, as we don't have plans. We just go in. We rather go to the party, I bet.
Only because I need to know. And I feel like with women, it gets very, like...
This is a gender thing.
I don't want to see...
Y'all have to be more protected in this situation. Men, we don't have to worry about as much as y'all. Right?
Oh, 1,000%.
So going out to a club, I ain't got to worry about some nigga drugging my drink or taking me home.
Drugging you, being aggressive because you said no.
Or stalking me or following me somewhere where isolated in it. I ain't got work unless I got ops unless
Cornering
I'm on the
you.
streets and I got ops. That's it. And that's different. You shouldn't be moving by yourself if you know you got ops or you know.
I mean, you shouldn't have ops. What are you doing?
Well, this is for those who are not on that side of the street. You feel me?
What are you doing? Not good at your job.
But it's like, you know, for example, if it was him and Fabo or whatever, I think we would go to the spot. I mean, I think us right now in our age, we go to the same spot. We're kind of in proximity, right? Back in the day, if I go to the club with like 6 of the homies, we're kind of just all over the place. Now, I don't expect none of them to get in no fights or nothing like that. So I'm not going to be in proximity anyway. We're just going to do our own thing. And at the very least, whoever drove is going to ask every person, hey, I'm about to leave in like 10 minutes.
You going to get that text? Hey, bro, I'm ready to slide.
Yeah, we like the text, yeah.
Y'all just disperse it. We stay clicked up. We're kind of in an area.
Yeah.
It's better for y'all to,
and so,
you know, visibility.
That's the thing where it's like, okay, I can either go with him in 10 minutes or I can stay my ass here and then do what I need to do. You know what I'm saying? And find my way home. And that's really just that quick, right? But obviously with these women.
With these children. You're talking about the children?
Both. So children and women, obviously, it was, you know, depending on age range is like what, from like 10 and up or whatever.
I don't think the children had a choice in the matter. In the Epstein
stuff? I'm saying, are we talking, well.
He's talking about the women. The children, I don't think ever had a choice.
No,
I think
some of them did from the documentary I watched, in a sense of, which, I mean, we'll get into that after we, you know, properly. But if we're just talking about from a party perspective, I can completely understand how it occurred. Like
teenage and up.
Well, not even teenagers. I'm just saying from a stance of Naomi Campbell was there on the list a few times. If I am an international supermodel hanging out with
these people regularly.
Yeah.
The Prince of England is like, you know what I mean?
What is flying to their island because I have my own private plane that I could say, get over here and pick me up or whatever. So I think when we're looking at it from our tax bracket, it seems like no. But from their tax bracket, I can completely understand how that makes sense.
And I think that's the point you were trying to make, right? Like,
well, even, not only that, I mean, like, I get it from her point because, you know, as a woman, you want to make sure you have a way out, just in general. As a man, like I said, I was like, I wouldn't care. Like, I'm in proximity to the greatest people on the fucking planet. I just want to be in the room for the vibe. Especially at that age, right? Like,
but for me, I feel like those vibes are different. Like when you're in the room with people that have a lot of money, the conversations are different, things are different. So I think if you're going there for vibes, I'm not sure.
I'll probably hate it when I get there, but
I'm saying.
I think it's professional. It would be professional curiosity, if anything.
Yeah,
and that's what I was going to say. I think men on the island, I doubt we're closing as many deals. It was definitely like, how many girls can we get here? Like, think about it. Prince Andrews, right?
Andrew.
He was on the list a few times. He was dating, what is her name? She's from Ladies of London. She's on Real Housewives of Dubai. Blonde hair. I can't think of her name right now. But they brought her up and they said, because another housewife who's since passed was on the list as well. And when it was brought up like 2 years ago on Dubai, they said like, oh, weren't you with Epstein? And she was like, I know Epstein very well. Like, yeah, I was on the island. And it was very just like, whatever, because it's kind of like, yeah, I was hanging out with my friends, like my boyfriend's friends with him. So of course we were there. I think kind of similar to the Diddy parties, it sounds bad to say I left at 8 because I know it gets weird at 10. But I think people went to those parties and all the parties weren't always this. Like to the point of if you are on an island and I'm having a party here, I don't necessarily know what you have going on over here because I'm in this building. And I think that's a lot of what people are getting misconstrued. And I think Hillary and Bill saying, yeah, put it in. Let's talk about it. That's going to be the downfall for all these people.
And so if y'all don't know yet, this episode today is going to be talking about the Epstein files. Now, we have talked about the Epstein files many times over throughout the course of, him being in jail, Trump's presidency, even before that. And if y'all know, like I know, this is The Bridge, ATL, and I'm your host, or one of your hosts, Kell. On the left of me is Ashley.
Hi.
In the background, doing the good work. It's your boy Ty, you know what I'm saying? And if you can, do me a favor, like, follow, subscribe, hit that button, hit that bell. You know, there's a lot of little buttons that you can press that would help us a lot. Make a comment, say that we don't know what we're talking about. Say that we do know what we're talking about.
Caroline Stanberry, that's the name. Sorry, it was going to bother me. Caroline Stanberry.
Miss Stanberry. Well, I don't know. She's Mrs. Stanberry. I'm pretty sure she's a housewife, or is she not?
Well, that's a whole nother. Half them wives don't be
She's
wives.
in Dubai, so who knows?
From London in Dubai. She married a Hispanic man, but she used to date Prince Andrew.
Moving on up. Well,
down.
Yeah.
She definitely went below.
You think so? Just leaving from Prince, she would have been a princess. Is that the case?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, princes and princesses are like that's like a fake title now, ain't it? Like they don't make the same money like they was back then. They don't even have the same kind of power anymore.
I don't know how much money they make. It's more like where you fall in line.
It's like a status thing. Like it's like they're trophies now, basically. I think in England, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, yeah, but it's where you fall in line for the next reign.
Yeah, they're like trophies. They're getting. They try to remove that shit.
The royalty. I mean,
it is removed.
Mostly removed it. If anything, they have the parliament, so they have a governing body.
The
now.
parliament has
But it's more important for like when you have your kids and stuff because as people pass, you get moved up on the list, and then it's where you fall. Yeah. So like eventually, depending on what happens, I mean, you watched House of Dragons, you know how that works. Yeah. People get moved around, things happen.
Yeah. Shout out Game of Thrones. But so as we're talking about Epstein files, now this has been going on. How long have you known about Mr. Jeffrey Epstein? Let's just start there from the first time you heard of his name and the first time you've heard of the atrocities.
So his name, I feel like, would go back like pre-COVID.
Okay.
Is when his name first started coming up. I feel like you always saw it. I think it's almost like Trump in a sense of a lot of these people were, I guess we can consider them like socialites.
Yeah. He definitely was on the socialite kind of network.
So I remember seeing the name, seeing tabloids, Elaine Maxwell. Yeah, definitely. What was it, like 20? Was it COVID? Time feels like such not a real place, so I can't even tell.
I mean, in terms of recall, time around that time, I feel like we were learning.
It's around like lockdown when we had nothing else going on, because that's when I think I watched the first documentary. Mm-hmm. So that's when like stuff was really hitting the fan. So what, like 2018, 2019? Around that time, I guess.
Because nobody had nothing to do, so we were looking at people. Everybody was just looking at people like, "Hey, what did this guy do?"
And I think that's how a lot of stuff came out, right?
Yeah.
So I remember hearing about it, and then it was like, "Oh, this is wild." And when I first watched the documentary, I was like, "Oh my God, like this is crazy," and it just made me think like how absent-minded these parents were. Like, what do you mean your 14-year-old daughter is coming home and buying all these Christmas gifts and you give her no allowance and she has no jobs and you weren't concerned where the money was coming from? What do you mean your daughter was missing for 2 weeks and just hanging out with friends and you didn't know? Came back, grades are dropping, this is dropping. Mm-hmm. Granted, I don't have kids, but I do feel like there's a lot of absent parents because how do you not know? How do you not know? And then the way that we're handling it and like making excuses just goes to show certain people just should never be able to have children.
No, I mean, yeah.
Calling a 12-year-old a woman, saying it's not that bad, it's not that serious. Mm-hmm. Like, I get that a lot of Trump supporters are in a cult, but it's even down to like this Jeffrey Epstein situation. Like, what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. Mm-hmm. And I don't care who it is. I don't care what affiliations you have. If you are in pictures in bed with these children, you need to be in jail. If you are at these parties with these children, you need to be in jail. If you are hanging out with children, you need to be in jail. If you are participating in the eating of the children, you need to be in jail.
So let's talk about the eating of the children, because I feel like on my TikTok that pops up a lot.
It's not funny.
Are they eating people though? Like, are we going to say
based on
for sure that they're eating people?
I can't say anything for sure, right? Because I'm not there.
Right.
Based on what I saw, so cannibalism is real.
Yeah, definitely.
And like in New York, there were a lot of cases where girls had went out on dates with guys, made out. Next morning, sores all over their face. Go to the emergency room, and they're like, what is this? Like, they're thinking herpes, whatever, because there's like open sores, welts. There's a picture of Jeffrey Epstein with the exact same thing on his face. Mm-hmm. They get the test. It's no STDs, no STIs, but it's proof of cannibalism. You've been in contact and shared saliva with someone who has recently eaten human flesh. There's another disease that's kind of similar, and it has to deal with necrophilia. You've been intimate with someone who has recently taken in necrophilia.
So you're not talking about the muffin parts that everybody else is talking about. You're talking about.
We're talking about muffins.
Okay, so you're not talking
video
about that.
you
Thank
sent
God.
us.
Oh yeah, no, I'm saying in general. So
The
like
video you sent us was the dude was saying, "Oh, they're eating kids because they're calling them muffins."
right.
But that was them using code words.
Correct. What I'm saying is I'm just speaking to facts because, we get down the slippery slope and now we're talking about pizza like we were in the early 2000s, blaming Ellen and everybody else, like when they were saying that they were using the term pizza to refer to kids.
Yeah.
I don't have time for that. I'm not into symbols. This is not the national treasure. I'm not dissecting anything. What I'm going based off is what we can look up in fact. It is a fact that there are people that have been arrested for eating people.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's illegal.
But but there's confirmed cases in New York,
definitely
is what
done
I'm
it.
saying.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if there's confirmed cases of cannibalism, if there's confirmed cases of necrophilia, and now we have a confirmed picture where Jeffrey Epstein has the similar outbreak from doing this on his face, do I think he could have participated? Absolutely.
Okay.
That's just what I'm going based on. Do I think that muffins and this and that? I don't know.
Right.
But I do know that there are children having children. Babies are unaccounted for. There's a lot of ritualistic things that are happening. We saw it in the Diddy case. We saw it in terms of his ex-wife talking about how she was forced to do certain things. Mm. So we know that the practice of ritualism and Satanism or whatever they worship or into is a thing, right? It's always different. And this is why I feel like it's a slippery slope. Because first we're talking about being a predator, and now we're talking about people's spiritual or religious beliefs. Mm-hmm. And it's like, how does it go together? But at the same time, it does. Because I feel like depending on what religions you look at, multiple wives. Okay, now those wives are 12-year-olds. How's that work? Yeah. But it's under religion. Yeah. And I think if you look at this and you look at what we're being told, it's very similar to a lot of religions. Mm-hmm. So it's like you believe in sacred practices, you believe in having multiple girlfriends, you believe in impregnating multiple girlfriends, you believe in sharing them with people. Like, would it be that hard to believe that you are ingesting people?
I mean, We're talking about the lifestyle of the rich and famous in general when it comes to that kind of stuff. I mean, in terms of what to do. I mean, we've had this conversation. Me and Tyler have had this conversation many times. I mean, it's like, what do you do when you have amassed billions of dollars? You have all this power. You feel like you've exhausted everything in terms of...
You call me so you know how to spend it better because that's not the way to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I agree because I've had conversations with guys like, yeah, I mean, of course he likes guys now because, I mean, he has so much money. And in my head, I'm like, I don't think any kind
I've heard that.
I don't think any amount of money would ever make me want to do any of that kind of shit in general. I don't understand that concept at all.
We've had this conversation before. I think money allows you to be the person you truly are. Period.
Yeah.
So if you're into girls, you're into girls. If you're into guys, you're into guys. If you were curious...
Oh, that's where it breaks the barrier for sure.
Yeah, I was about to say it's curiosity.
So
it's a combination of boredom and curiosity.
And opportunity.
Exactly. It's not, I personally don't think a person who gets put in these positions is like inherently like, yeah, now it's time to get some children. I think they see it happening from other people and they're like, we do have the money. And I've always wondered what that is like.
So I disagree.
So they do have an inclination towards it.
That's what I was going to say.
But I don't, it's not like I don't think they're inherently like, they straight up come up and they're like, I'm a pedophile and I can't wait
but
till
you are.
I get
but
money.
You are.
Well, you get what I'm saying. Like, they're not like,
once you have that thought, it's like, nigga,
they're not full in, but they do have an inclination.
But I think that is kind of a slippery slope because having the inclination means given the opportunity, you would do it. Mm-hmm. For me, I have zero inclination. I look at it as
because it always seems like it's super random, right?
But it's not.
Even on like, not even as a celebrity level, like on like when you look at like famous streamers and stuff, mm-hmm. a lot of famous streamers end up getting canceled because they were talking to a minor or something like that.
Because that's opportunity. So again, what I agree up to a certain point, money allows you the opportunity to do the things you've always wanted to do. So you saying like there's an inclination, that means part of them wants to do that. I don't care if you sit $1 billion in front of me right now, me being involved with a child will never cross my mind. Mm-hmm. Me being involved with an animal will never cross my mind. Me doing anything that I don't already normally do that's illegal would cross my mind. unless it's speeding down a street, because now I have FU money, so I can, there you go, officer, on my way. Like, there's nothing and I'm trying to think of how to word this so that people are like, oh, you're, because you love to act dumb. There's nothing morally that I would change to who I am. There's nothing illegal morally that would change with me. Mm-hmm. Those people that just got those ideas like, oh, wouldn't dating a 12-year-old be fun? You've always wanted to do that. Maybe it is the money,
because it's like, why wouldn't they just do it now?
Because they're scared. They can't buy their way out. They think people,
but they can't buy their way out when they have the money.
But they think money protects them.
Unless you're like Epstein.
But exactly, and
he's dead.
They think money protects them. These streamers also, you give, and you guys are gonna come for me, and that's fine. You give a bunch of broke people access to things they've never had before. So you're talking about streamers. I'm assuming you're talking about men.
Yeah. I mean, it's mostly men.
Right. So now you have a 21-year-old weirdo who could never bag a baddie in life, who's now making money and still can't bag a baddie. So he's talking to these little girls in high school whose frontal lobe is not developed, and he's a pedophile, and he has control. So now it's like, I can't mess with somebody my own age over here, so I'm going to get this 15-year-old that I can manipulate and make her do whatever I want, and I'm going to exert my power and show her who's boss.
It's definitely the power dynamic.
That's what it is.
It's the power dynamic, yeah. And that's how I always looked at it as. It's like they have they can manipulate these people and they can do whatever, right? So instead of going for a woman who is your age, you go for somebody younger because you can control them.
Yeah. I mean, and they don't know. They don't know that they're that pretty. They're still developing. They don't know. So you see them as a younger version of this person, and then that's when abuse starts and other things start, because now your hatred for these women that have little boyed you're exerting on this child.
The flip side for that is also female teachers. I mean, people wonder like, how are these women are finally in a place of power where they're commanding multiple children in a class.
Now, why do you want to go to school? And
I think their dynamic is different.
I don't, because it's like, for me,
you think it's control? You think so?
But I done had, even in my experience,
because the only reason I say it's different is because we've talked about this on the show before, where these situations aren't looked at the same for men as they are for women. As a young boy,
they're not looking the same.
No, I'm saying like as a young boy, right, in school, if you got the teacher, it's not like, oh my God, you're a victim. It's like,
because men make the rules. Yeah. Because, and if you think about it, so for one, men make the rules. So to your point, if you're smashing a teacher, oh, it's cool, it's dap you up, woo, woo, woo. When somebody finds out, you see how immediately them teachers start scrambling. They're transferring, they're doing this, they're doing that, because they know what they're doing is wrong. Men make the rules, so it's a little like, oh, he's the man, he'll be okay. But that's why men don't end up in therapy afterwards, and they don't get the help that they need, and then they end up hurting their nephews and their male little cousins, because it's still, oh, you're a boy, you'll be fine. If more women made the rules, there'd be, the world would be a much different place. But I think with the women, the easiest thing that I think of, and I'm not saying to leave your body at home, but when I see some of these teacher outfits that look like you could be going to the club, and you're a teacher and you're teaching 5th grade, like it's very worrisome to me. Who are you trying to be cute for?
You would have easily been my favorite teacher wearing this shit. I am not, and it's not even close.
I'm not saying you have to come dressed like a grandma, but if I could mistaken your outfit for you having a girls' night and you're teaching elementary, middle, or high school, that's a problem.
I also think there's a fine line between. Well, no.
That's a problem. Now you have on jeans and a t-shirt.
Sometimes you'll see a teacher with jeans and a t-shirt, and she got a fatty. So people are going to be like, "Damn, why are you dressed like this?" Well, no, I'm talking about what people do now, right?
Because fundamentally,
some people can't help how they can't. Like you said, you can't leave your body at home.
I'm not saying
some teachers are thick.
And that's fine.
There's teachers that hide it though. They know like it's.
And that's what I'm saying. There's a time and a place. Yeah, like I'm not going to my little niece's soccer game with my boobs out. I'm not going in club attire. I'm not going dressed like that. I'm going probably dressed like this.
I'll tell you the best
shorts
example.
and t-shirt. Like you look appropriate.
The best example before we go back into Epstein, Jamie Lee Curtis. I seen an old Jamie Lee Curtis interview where. If people didn't know, she had a body.
She always had a body.
Always. And so you know exactly what I'm talking about. There was a time in which she had shoulder titties. She's like 60 years old. They were like, oh my God.
It was recently.
I didn't know that.
It was a freakier Friday.
They're like, I didn't know she looked like that. And then they started showing like old clips of her. Been fine. And in this interview, she was like, yeah, I don't really show my body in movies. I don't like doing this. Because at the interview, she had like a big t-shirt regular like Adidas pants. She's like, yeah, I'm not here to show my body. Like, I don't want to do that. Like, and so she's like telling you in the interview, like, I'm wearing clothes like this because this is not who I'm trying to represent. This is not who I'm trying to be.
Billie Eilish is like
Billie
that.
Eilish is exactly like that. Actually, she's probably the best example. Yeah, because she's
She's changing a little bit. I ain't gonna lie.
But I'm saying
she kind of playing into the.
She's playing into it now, but I mean, early on, she dressed baggy clothes because I don't want to be seen as that. Which you know,
and as a woman, it takes away from your intelligence and everything else. Like I work in a male-dominated industry.
Oh, looking good. You saying like
being pretty is already a problem because they think that you're dumb. Like the amount of men in general, like despite my industry that I'm in now,
either
just
if you
look
pretty
at you,
or if you ugly.
Oh, I didn't hear anything you said. You're so pretty.
I think it's just if you pretty or ugly,
what
they don't think you dumb. Like that's just
if you're pretty, they think you're extra dumb, especially because of all your past traumas. How many pretty girls told you no, and now you're the CEO of the company, and you think
that's where
you never healed
like dealing with incels and stuff. So
I mean, most of them are. Kind of.
So then it's like you have to know what you're talking about. You have to be 4 times as good. We're not even adding color into it. So it's like as a woman, you already have hurdles. Why would you make it harder for yourself? Like it's okay. And I feel like if you don't know how to dress, there's so many videos. You could be professional and still cute. Mm-hmm. Like boobs do not have to be out. Ass does not have to be out. Like it's not necessary.
And so that's also one of the things that people will talk about where, when in these cases, when it comes to taking him to court or the people who are involved in the files, they would say, or some of the excuses that they have for any man who does sexual abuse to a woman is, what was she wearing and how was she presenting herself? And
you're shitty and you should go to a hot place because it doesn't matter what a woman has on. So being dressed appropriately for work is not the same as assaulting somebody. Even if somebody is not dressed appropriately for work, that does not give you a green light to assault someone.
Exactly.
Period.
They go into...
And I've heard women, and this, y'all know how I feel about this cabinet. Scum of the earth, bottom of the barrel, in case you're new here. Everybody's going to a hot place, whether you believe in a hot place or not. Everybody affiliated with this cabinet that continues to ride this ride is going to hell or a form of it. And I said it, I don't care.
I mean, we could hope. I mean, because obviously acting like nothing's
but I could just look at them. Like, I could see... just based on how they're aging, they're not going to have a good life, right? You just look like what you've been through. Anyways, to hear women say, what did she have on? Oh, she doesn't look 12. Oh, 12 is kind of an adult, though. What is wrong with you? Like, who hurt you?
You talking about Megyn Kelly?
What is wrong with you?
She said that about what?
Megyn
Kelly got on CNN and said, 13 is kind of an adult, so I don't know what we're really talking about.
Yeah, she kind of tried to justify
and she has a child.
The ideology of the age. And yeah.
I think we talked about this in the previous episode.
We did. Yeah. And it's disgusting. First of all, a child is a child is a child. And everybody talking about 18 is grown. 18 is not grown.
18 is not grown.
18 is not grown. 21 is barely grown.
21 is not grown.
I said barely. But I mean, at 21, like if we're talking grown, at 18, I had responsibilities. But I think responsibilities and grown are very different, right? You could be a very mature 18-year-old. You could be a very mature 16-year-old. You could be a very mature 13-year-old. That does not negate the fact that you are still a child. And I think that when we throw these terms around maturity, responsibilities, work, this, they're trying to allow this stuff to become normalized. I'm hearing Mormon is popping up more and more and more. And every time I hear about these young girls that have escaped their religion, they're all talking about they were 13 and had 5 sister wives the first time that they were married. Like these cults masquerading as religion that are taking the youth and just doing whatever they want. Like we need to stop making excuses.
Or cults. Or religion is just professional cults. I mean, this
1,000%.
This goes into a whole
different.
Yeah,
there's a whole other
next episode,
really.
But for me, like the Epstein files has showed how many just disgusting people there are. Because to sit up here and say like, well, I mean, what were these girls doing? Like, how do you expect to hold a 13-year-old accountable, but you can't hold a 40-year-old man accountable? I sent you guys all the videos of Trump talking about Ivanka and how pretty she is. And he called her a hot piece of ass at 12. He said at 13, Ivanka made me promise I wouldn't talk to any of her friends. I guess that narrows the dating pool. Like, these are things that you can actively search right now, today. Jeffrey Epstein, who's accused of eating children, impregnating children as young as 12, having these babies, which we don't know where these babies are, and allegedly eating children, called Donald Trump a terrible human.
So
let that sink in.
Because that's all in the files, I want to give a brief about the files in general and where we're at. So basically, Jeffrey Epstein, socialite. What I've learned is a lot of people don't know where the fuck his money came from. Honestly, I know one of the rumors.
Isn't that like most white people? Nobody knows.
I know you've seen the documentary. I've heard a couple things in which
they didn't get into his money.
They didn't? Okay, so I know one of the things that they said was he was dealing with the creator of Victoria's Secret, and he basically gave him all his money, and that's one of the reasons why he got that. A lot of people say he's a Israel spy. He's had a lot of connections with people. He has created a lot of things through his connections. He's basically the spider within the spider web of a cabal between Israel and United States. And I mean, you can look this up. Literally, I mean, all of his connections come from Prince Andrew, Benjamin Netanyahu, Donald Trump. I mean, Donald Trump's cabinet in general. I mean, we're talking about, you've seen it, Bill Clinton, Bill Gates, some of the most powerful people on the planet. He has connections with all these people and are able to put these people in a room, or if not, connect them with each other as being the messenger for all these people at the same time.
Being a networker should not have you worth over $600 million. That's what he was worth at his death. So this is on Forbes. And this
you think it should be less or more?
You just described him as basically a networker. Like, all he does is just introduce people.
Blackmail and network.
600 mil just seems a little steep for you just...
I don't know. I think it's kind of low, honestly.
For what?
If he's the actual networker of all these powerful people across the globe.
So you got to think about money and how much it's worth.
You know I think of? I don't know if you've seen this. Tyler might have seen it. You seen Blacklist?
Yeah.
That's who I think
Every
of.
episode.
That's who I think of. Obviously, he's not as on point as Buddy is, but I think of the unlimited resources and all that other stuff.
But to that point, so if we're talking about money, right? When we talk about someone's net worth, it's their assets that they claim. Mm-hmm. And based on taxes that are filed. So to say $600 million seems low, $600 million is what he's claimed, excuse me, and what ties back to him.
Right.
So I think that that's very high, that all of that they were able to tie back to him directly. And it's not offshore accounts or things like that. Also, $600 million at his death in 2019.
Right.
So $600 million is a lot less now.
Yeah.
Still a lot of money, but at 20...
I think he had a lot more than that.
1,000%.
There was like rumors that he was tied in with intelligence agencies.
And it says at his death...
And if he's tied in with an intelligence agency, I don't know if you've seen it. This is a slide over. There's a CIA guy who's been doing interviews recently. He's blew up. He was talking about it. The way the CIA works, the way these agencies work, they will give you unlimited resources.
Yeah.
And I think all that's bullshit, too. Like, nobody's about to get on here that really work for the CIA and start talking.
That's what I said.
In my opinion.
Look.
I think you take a bit of it with a grain of salt.
I
also think...
But I also think a lot of the movies...
I think a lot of it is right.
So I think it's both sides. I think a lot of the movies are true, but I also think, like, I find it really hard to believe that you work for the CIA and you're just on Joe Rogan's podcast chit-chatting. Not saying he was on Joe Rogan, but I just...
Well, no, I get what you're saying. I think he still has stuff that he does not actually talk about. I don't...
If you're telling me
stuff that he whistleblowed, because he whistleblowed and he went to jail. So the stuff that he did tell them is like the baby shit. They was like, yeah, you can tell them the baby shit.
Yeah, that's the baby shit, yeah.
Yeah.
So there's much worse stuff. Like him saying, oh, yeah, they don't torture people anymore. They're definitely torturing people still.
Yeah, I think all of that is a lot. So in 2019, Fabulously Wealthy Man, they did say that it came from two of his... And the title, I just want to highlight this title right now. The convicted sex offender was worth nearly $600 million at his death, thanks mostly to two wealthy billionaire clients, plus generous tax breaks. What has the push been since Trump has gotten in office? Tax breaks for all of his billionaire friends.
That's how it works.
Tax breaks are the easiest ways for people to hide money and do things.
Yeah.
So it
once you get to a certain level.
2 private Caribbean islands and nearly $380 million in cash and investments. He was worth $578 million according to his estate. They can't figure out where it all went. In 2013, the corporate filing described him as an experienced and successful financer and businessman, an entrepreneur who has built several highly profitable companies and one of the pioneers of derivative and option-based investing. So that's all they have as far as his money.
Yeah, he seems like a ghost down there with a lot of money.
Right.
And obviously, I mean, his existence in general, obviously his network, and him doing all the things he's done with no legal pushback or, some obviously he was convicted.
The fact of where he lived and the fact that everyone that was around there said we always saw minors coming and going and the man had no kids. The fact that Elaine Maxwell is still alive and is not being why is she not on trial? Why is she not? They just threatened to hang somebody because they disagreed with Trump. Why is she not hung? She definitely was.
Who would hang her?
Somebody.
So
I don't know. But when you're threatening black Democratic officials because they made you mad,
do you think these people face justice? Right.
Well, we're going to get to that part because that comes later.
What I'm saying is, for this government to act as rationally as they do over somebody disagreeing with Trump. You have a woman who's been chilling in jail for the last 7 years.
And they haven't done anything with
Not a thing.
But listen to what you just said. What you just said, you said it's rationally thinking. We know this government is irrational. They're not going to bother her.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. You're irrational enough to threaten a black man.
Do something
you threaten a black elected official with hanging him because he disagreed with you, but a woman who has been found to participate in escort services for minors for your white children, because I didn't see any black girls there. So I'm just factual. You don't think that deems hanging on public display? Because that was the tweet. That's all I was saying.
I mean, that's all I was saying. She's one of the results.
It's not going to be this government.
She one of the results.
This government won't even acknowledge the fact they switched to the Dow mid-conversation. It's just a joke.
Yeah. So 3 million files have been released so far. Obviously, I think they said it's 3 million more that needs to be released. They have not. People have been asking for the Epstein files to be released since obviously he's been locked up, or even since we've known about him.
2019. 7 years.
Right. So it's been this long. Now, to be fair, these files have been known since the Obama administration, since the Biden administration.
And the same thing is always said. It would cause, and I think Pam Bondi's the one with no lips and the blonde hair. Press secretary.
Pam Bondi's the attorney general. Press secretary is Caroline Levitt.
Caroline. She said with a straight face, "Who cares?" She said, "I wish we would stop talking about it. Who cares?" I mean, she's
the mouthpiece.
But a lot of them have seen all these files, and for them to have seen them, and I think Pam Bondi saw every single file.
I don't think she's seen every file.
She wasn't the one that.
Matter of fact, I guarantee most of them haven't seen every single file. And what they're doing is they're doing some.
Well, a couple of them said that they've seen them.
Redaction of everything.
A couple of them said that they've seen them.
A couple of people have seen.
So if they're claiming that they've seen
6 million files, how many people have seen 6 million files? I think somebody did the math and said it would take 7 years.
I agree. It's straight. A lot. But even if you're claiming to have seen them, right? Mm-hmm. You've seen a good amount, I would imagine.
I think most people have just seen the hot ones, the ones that are oh my God.
I literally think
with that being said, if you're watching
to search to see all the hot shit, try to redact all the hot shit, and then just push them out, because there's some files that are not redacted that they said need to be redacted.
So if you've seen that and you're claiming that you've seen it and you're saying it's not a big deal and we need to move on, and I think Pam Bondi said that we could not release them because the state the world would be in due to the amount of names. Because we've had that conversation. It would just cause uncertainty. It would just be a mess, everything. And I don't care. I feel like burn the world down at this point.
I think that has to happen
care
at this point.
Because what you're saying is, well, if there's 30 people in the cabinet, then all 30 are going to be fired, then all 30 need to be fired.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm just to the point where I get for national security and this and this and that, and there needs to be orders, and y'all have had 7 years to figure it out. You didn't figure it out, burn the house down.
Because they don't want to.
Exactly, because you don't care. and you're used to being able to hide behind, it's for the betterment of the people, it's for this, it's for that, you don't care. They were talking about the Epstein files, and there was a man behind Trump laughing the entire time. Mm-hmm. Like cracking up, like it was the funniest thing that he's ever heard. And he was charged of assaulting a minor, sexual assault with a minor.
The dude who was laughing?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
And he's in our government.
So there's a guy, I got to figure out his name. He was actually in an interview saying that he was neighbors with Jeffrey Epstein.
A few of the neighbors have come out and did interviews. And my thing is, why would you ever admit to that? Because if anything, I would think you were complicit. Like, what do you mean you've been his neighbor for 50 years and you had no idea? Like, just in a sense of New York.
When we say, like, neighbors, where were they neighbors at?
So his New York house is just like, it's a brownstone, essentially. It just is up. And some people have lived in the same building as him. So if you're living in his building and you see these minors, and
it was like penthouse type apartments or something? Or?
Yeah, and there's a lot of people that have said, oh, yeah, we all know about Jeffrey. Like, like the eye roll, you're complicit. Like, I don't... The whole, oh, yeah, we knew it was going on.
This whole situation is just...
I have yet to hear anybody say, I knew what was going on, and where is the officer from the file that I reported in 2003, 2004, 2006, 2007? Like, they're just like, oh, yeah, we knew. Like, whatever, I'm tired of hearing about it. Like, why were you guys not calling the police? Why were you guys not doing anything?
That mentality of it's not happening to me, so I don't care.
And that's crazy, because this lady looked like she had to be in her 60s. So at the time... this has been going on for at least 20 years because how old these women are now. Mm-hmm. So 20 years ago, you didn't think, hey, I'm 40. Maybe I should try and get this girl some help. Maybe this is weird that all these minors are coming to see this grown-ass man. Like, come on.
So Howard Lutnick he is the Secretary of Commerce currently. He was the neighbor of Jeffrey Epstein back in the day. He said in an interview that he only had one interaction with him as he was a neighbor, and it was only for an hour. He had walked in, he had seen the massage chair in the middle of the room and thought it was crazy and said he would never talk to him again. However, in the Epstein files, we seen that he actually went to his island with his wife and his kids. All of them went to the island years later.
And on Jeffrey's desk, there were pictures of the victims, of minors, all over his desk.
Yeah. So, I mean...
Naked and tied, naked and bound on his desk for people to see.
So he's seen all that, knew about all the convictions.
And still took his kids over there.
Still took his kids over there to the island after the fact. So...
And they should be arrested for child endangerment.
I agreed.
Like, what do you mean you took your wife and kids? And if the wife knew, she need to be in jail too.
So understand when it comes to Jeffrey Epstein, we're talking about, like I said, once again, 3 million files currently, still 6 million, still 3 million more. Multiple convictions, multiple eyewitnesses, survivors, accounts.
It's
and
a cabal.
And probably less than 5 people actually convicted for anything. One of the excuses is that people in power have too much power, and if without them, the country would not survive or succeed or whatever, or just operate correctly.
Which we're not operating now.
Which obviously, I think we all know that's not necessarily true. I mean, the point of being in power is to try to stay in power. I mean,
I think it's true though. I think based on the amount of people, it would be a shakeup. It would be uneasy for a minute. However,
I think we talked about this before. It's so spread out.
It would shake up. It would. The stocks would definitely go down. The stocks would go down.
It's so spread out. There's so many companies that have probably CEOs. There's so many popular celebrities. There's so many people in government. There's people everywhere. They're embedded.
This is my thing. Rip it like a Band-Aid, because all these people, I think it's all together. Hollywood, politics, all this.
Yeah,
Jeffrey Epstein, it's all together. Woody Allen. Stuff has happened right in front of our eyes. And I remember as a kid asking questions and it just being like, oh, nah, just leave it alone. No. Why was it okay for Woody Allen to marry his adopted daughter? And he's still married to that lady.
Well, it wasn't. He had to leave the country.
He was still partying and making movies and doing shit. Like, he's still a very well-known...
He still was making movies, yes.
Elvis Presley got a movie out on HBO. Priscilla, what are we doing? The issue is white people want to talk about white history. And they're trying to reasons. They don't want to. This is your history. This is the problem. This is the issue. You don't want it to be brought up because then now you have to, similar to, was it Spielberg? What's the Me Too movement?
Weinstein.
Harvey Weinstein. Now it's the, oh my God.
Don't put it on Spielberg.
Yeah, don't do Spielberg.
It's going to be such, it's going to be.
We apologize. Please.
I didn't say it. I was trying to figure it out. It was such a headache to redact the movies and take this out and do this and do this. We don't want the headache. The issue is it's hard. And I get it. I do. It's definitely above my pay grade. Where do you start?
And it's a money thing.
So this is where you start, and this is how you do it. Fuck the money, fuck everything. Whoever is on this list, you round them the fuck up. Dead of night. Get all these little fake ass ICE agents, run them up, get them armed and dangerous. They got to.
I'm gonna be honest.
You go in and you take all these people. Then you take them straight to Alligator Alcatraz. You already got the space for it. Drop them off. Let them sit there until you do your due diligence. Take as much time as you need. It's already taken 7 years. What's 7 more? Now they are at an encampment for highly dangerous people, because that's what they are. People that can hurt children are highly dangerous.
So
if it just so happens.
How do you round up the people that pay your bills, though? The people that are doing the rounding up are getting paid by the niggas who are in the files.
Well, it sounds like you need to have a staff meeting at Alligator Alcatraz and then just shut the door behind you.
It would take a force of people significantly stronger than the highest level of power that we have right now to do it.
It sounds like they had 7 years to get started and figure it out. Like, these are all excuses to me.
It would take a power beyond us.
Aliens
would have to show up.
I don't think so.
Aliens would have to show up and say, "Hey, y'all are fucking up. We're taking out everybody who is fucked up here."
If I could bet, I could probably bet money.
Companies clean house all the time. It's not impossible.
That's a company.
It's not impossible. It's not impossible. It's
You're
hard.
talking about a system.
You're talking about the government.
A systemic.
I'm talking about everything.
Rework of basically the entire world, because these people aren't just in the United States.
Listen, okay, so stop. That's the problem right now. The other countries are handling their business. We need to worry about our shit.
It really takes us, though.
We need to
We would have to do it first.
It takes us unified.
We need to mind our business.
But as a people, though.
As a constituent, as united under somebody else to say, hey, round all these people up. That's the only way. Because
the same way
there would have
they
to be
rounded
civil
up,
unrest and everything.
The same way that they rounded up these ICE
everybody.
troopers, create the Weinstein Brigade,
the problem is...
You could do it, you just don't want to.
Weinstein was a sacrifice for that part. Like I said, all these people...
But I'm saying all of it.
Were a sacrifice for that.
And that's what I'm about to say. If the world went through a series of civil unrest, like if the United States just was like, no, we want heads to roll for these Epstein files.
Do it.
They will scapegoat us. They will give us, here's
30
people.
Great way to start.
Here's 30 people. That's it. That's all y'all getting.
Every month, you know what we could do? Every month, 30 people, one page. every day, pick a page. And that's who needs to get arrested every day. Every day. We have enough pages. We have enough time. 365 days in a year. You'll be all right.
So legally, let's keep it being. Can you arrest people off of just the files alone? Can we?
I mean, according to law and what I've seen, you have to have proof. According to those so the burden of proof is on whoever has to prove it, right? In those... If you are in a picture and you are naked with a child,
those people,
round them up. The burden of proof stuff.
Are there people butt ass naked in these files?
There's people chasing like naked children and shit in videos,
biting them on their butts, laid up. Trump is laid up with 3 naked girls in a bed.
But you gotta also
with a diaper on. I guess he's just always been shitty.
There is some room for error, because there's some people who are being lopped in who were never in Epstein. Like there was a dude, you know, Dan Bilzerian, right?
Yeah, Dan. Yeah.
They were saying he was a part of it, but he was like, no, my photographer's name was something Epstein.
So this is the thing.
They lopped him in, saying they blurred out a picture of him and put it in like it was with the files.
Oh, they photoshopped him?
No, it wasn't Photoshop. It was an actual picture, a regular picture of him with his wife. And people like blurred it. And
do you know who I think is doing this? The Trump Brigade.
Oh,
because they want to distract. So this is what I'm saying. We go page by page. Page 1, this is who we arrested. Page 2. If it is beyond a reason of doubt, then you wait and they face a trial. But for the people that you know, Trump arrested. The people that we know arrested. And I think that's why Bill and Hillary said, you know what, y'all want to keep name dropping? Let's do it.
No, I like,
let's do it.
They're doing it of them saying, fuck it, we can do this. Like, let's do it then.
Because they know.
We can play chicken, because that's basically what they want to do, just play chicken.
In my opinion, they didn't do anything that is worthy of them being lumped into the child pedophilia. I think Bill and Trump clearly had something going on. And that is 2 consenting male adults. Do what you do. That's your business. However, when it comes to Bill and Hillary and these children, I haven't seen anything. So I think what they're saying is, if this is the game you want to play, put it all out. So now everything will be admitted into court, and now everything will count and everything can be talked about. That's what I think that they're doing. Because now you can't say, oh, we don't know, we don't know. It is going to be the burden of proof. Somebody is going to have to individually take all these people and try them. That's the problem. However, a lot of this is not that hard to figure out.
That's why they killed Epstein.
Your name being on a manifesto is very different. It's like just saying, oh, Ashley attended this party. I mean, it could just mean Ashley was invited. Did I even go? Because now you got to prove, like, just because my name was on the guest list didn't mean I showed up. What if my kid was sick? What if this happened, that happened? You don't know. What I'm saying is the proof.
So it's just like with the P. Diddy thing.
Yeah.
They need to put out, like, they have tapes. They said Epstein had cameras in all them rooms to blackmail people, so.
Well, the word is that the last 3 million are the actual, like,
the videos?
They're the serious, hard-hitting shit.
Yeah,
like,
so if that's the case, they put that out. That's where you have your proof.
You know what we need? The little hacker. It was the Anon.
Everybody said that, but I looked up.
I've known about Anonymous for years. Anonymous is
they're not going to save.
They're not a unified group. These are just people who take the name when they hack something.
No, I'm talking about the original unified group from like back in the day. They came up with a HBO Max show about it. Like the original group from back in the day.
Like the original Anonymous.
Yeah,
I think so. I mean, even
come
still,
on out. We need you. But I know you got it. Just
but
bust
legally,
it out.
can you use their information legally? That's the thing. Like,
I don't care. I feel like if the images. So, do you guys remember Black Mirror when they had the guy was using? It was like the first episode with the pig and the prime minister.
Yeah, he made him fuck the pig. Yeah.
Well, you could have left that out. You know, we're trying to still be on YouTube. If they watched it, they should have known.
They'll be all right.
So
they'll definitely be all right.
It's like if they drop the files to where it's just not even disputable, just drops them. These people will resign.
Well, yeah,
so part
it's
of what
public
you're
opinion.
Right. So what I'm saying
opinion.
is to these arguments of like, oh, we're not going to do it. Realistically, we live in a country where they're never going to do the right thing. Right?
No.
It's just not going to happen.
Exactly.
If it gets released, these people are going to have to quit. So we're going to get forced into civil unrest, and then the same change is going to happen. So it's either you're going to get on board and round these people up and fire them, or somebody needs to start leaking and tattletelling. Y'all telling about the wrong stuff.
But even things that are getting leaked and tattletelling, nothing is still happening. I mean, like I said, we still have people that are sitting in office lying.
But stuff is happening. People are calling for it. It's just everybody's not Trump, so it's going to take time. We don't have a cult following.
What breaks the camel's back then when it comes to this? Like, how do you get people in jail? How do you get people to go to trial? Like I said, once again, the people.
Well, we're about to have a government shutdown,
the
so
people
who knows?
that you want to scoop these people up are getting paid by the people who are literally in the files. What do you actually do? Like,
get a president in power that cares.
I mean, that's what we have to do, but we have to wait, another 3 years? And by the time what happens?
Hopefully these midterms work out.
Will the president actually allocate his resources towards?
I don't even think it requires a president. It requires a specific group of people who are dedicated to a selfless cause of eradicating any and all of this.
I don't think they're going to allow.
But how do you, like, once again, how do you find
a group of selfless?
You would literally have to create
people.
a department of Epstein files to round up all these people,
and it would have to be created by a body or entity that is not biased.
And who's funny? Like, would you pay extra on taxes just to round up people?
They can take it from Trump's money. He just made.
So that's a no.
He just made $3 billion.
But that's true. She's right. They should have taken it from Trump's money.
They pull the money out their butthole anytime they need to fund something else.
You can't take.
Why you gotta take more from me?
You can't take his money unless you first convict him.
He can take our money. He just did.
He the president.
Him and his entire fucking family just
did.
The government. So why are you asking me? And that's what pisses me off with this. I didn't do that.
I get it.
But I'm saying what we're saying. That's the only way you're gonna be able to.
No, it's not the only way. And that dumb thinking is why we end up in this dumb stuff.
So you're telling me? So what? You said they're gonna get the money from Trump. You can't just take a nigga's money. Like,
why not? He did.
Whose money you just took?
Ours.
How?
He sat his shitty ass on national television and said, "I'm not paying these legal fees. Your taxes are."
So they're gonna take your money to go get him. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, you can't take his money without. You know what I mean?
Ain't nobody doing it for free. I'm gonna tell you that now.
I agree.
Ain't nobody doing it for free.
But you're asking me where's the money? You know exactly where the money is.
Honestly, me personally, I think we spend too much on military anyway. I wouldn't. What I'm saying is, if you allocate those funds towards,
we kind of have to. I'm not saying defund the military. I'm saying defund Trump.
Okay.
Take it from Trump.
If we ever took our foot off the gas on our military, we might face some serious issues.
Okay.
We need to take the money. We need to take the money from everybody in this cabinet that has. So we always talk about.
So what would have to happen first is we would have to convict somebody legally. And then take their money like that.
But that costs money, so that's not what I'm saying.
No. If we were able to get Trump and take him legally first, then we take all his money. Then we could jack his money, right?
That too. But there's also all these open cases amongst everybody in his cabinet that has illegally benefited from insider trading.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you could take that money
Marjorie
too.
Taylor, all the people that were broke and now
That's
have come
Democrats
up.
too, though.
I don't care. Did I say? And that again, this is the issue. This is why I said we don't need to have these parties because I didn't say that. What I said was everyone. And now you're trying to make it a Democrat-Republic thing. I didn't say that.
You would have to destroy the two-party system in order for this to happen.
Cool. Do what you gotta do. What I said was everybody
She want the chaos.
who has benefited from
years.
illegal activity.
The only way that'll happen is complete and utter chaos.
And that would take years to rebuild and make it to the point where we grab everybody who's in the fire. That's what I'm saying. Like, this is not going to be an efficient project. This project would last. And I've seen somebody say it, like, by the time we can actually get down to the bottom of all this shit, Trump's going to be long and gone. Most of these people are going to be dead.
So because it's not efficient, you don't do it?
No, you can. I'm just saying, is most of the people, are everybody in the United States cool with it being like a 30-year project?
I think so. I mean, it's already been a 7-year project. Shit.
I don't think people will really care. I don't think people gonna care in the next 10 years. I'm gonna be real with you.
So what I was saying was,
I think Epstein's gonna be just another mark in our history that just it happened.
There's a bunch of people that are going to be in trouble for their actions, anyways. When a next presidency comes in, whenever it happens. That's what we can hope for
if we don't get another fucking Trump butt buddy.
So, I mean, people are already under investigation. So all the insider trading, all the illegal activity, all the benefiting, everything that you're not supposed to do, when that money comes back, that money should be used to be allocated towards it. I mean, Epstein had a worth of $600 million. Where did that go? I feel like there's a lot of funds that are just in the air.
Oh, yeah.
So
money's going to disappear.
And it can reappear because anytime we need funding for something, it just pops out. Israel needed money, we popped it out. Trump needed money, we popped it out. Money's not a real thing.
Well, those people were all working in collusion with each other, so they didn't care about where the money was going. Mm-hmm. This is why I talk about the military budget, because most of that money is that's honestly laundered money. That is not money that's going to the military. We've seen it. We've seen the defense contracts. A lot of that is bullshit. It's just there just to give people fucking money.
It's not real, but that's what I'm saying. So it's not real. So when you're asking where's the money coming from, there's always a pot for it to come from. Yeah. So you get it out of that pot and you fund it.
So the scary thing is, and this is obviously the problem is, okay, so you create this Department of Epstein files. Mm-hmm. You have to get literally the most loyal, righteous people to be ahead of this department. How many people are going to be righteous in front of the
who builds this department?
What do you mean they have to be righteous and loyal?
So they have to be people who are incorruptible.
Yeah. Like there's no realistic. I don't think there's any way that you put
tomorrow somebody comes to you and they say, "Hey, we're starting a Department of Epstein." You join.
Cool.
You get offers, you get emails, you get solicitations from random people. Hey, I'll give you X amount of money if you look the other way for this person.
Great. Send it to me right now. Send me the money right now. As soon as it is deposited into my account, I got another one. Go get them. Because now you've just saved me paperwork down the line. Because now I have a bribe. And guess what? More money to fund this project.
What if they won't send you the money, though, until you officially clear them?
You offered me a bribe. Who'd you offer the bribe for? For this person? Clearly you're working for them. So clearly this person needs to be arrested now because to me, that sounds no different.
You could arrest them, but might be
that sounds no different than what Diddy was doing. So again, this is a lot of what ifs. And guess what? None of that would be happening if they were in jail, like I said at the beginning. But you wanted to tell me that was too much work. Now I'm out here getting harassed because they're not chilling in Alligator Alcatraz, to which the funds were already paid for. If they were sitting in the detention, this wouldn't even be a problem. Because if they're that big of a deal that they're trying to pay me off and hire people and do that, they should be over there, just like Diddy was, crying in jail.
And then your president has to be incredible, too.
This is just not as... All I'm saying is it's not as simple of a fix as that.
I think it is. I think you're just making it harder than it needs to be. The same way that it's not as simple for Trump to just dictate money to where he does. It seems real simple to me.
So the thing with Trump
seems real simple.
And the shit that he's doing, they didn't expect people to... They didn't expect him to do that shit at all. That's the problem was they didn't expect him to go this far.
So cool. While we're on the snowball of doing shit that people don't expect, round up the pedophiles. You got Epstein Island. Take the planes, take the cars, take the help. Drop all the pedophiles on the island until we can figure out the judicial system, and we'll get back to you.
Once again, who's doing the roundup?
We have Jeffrey's plane. We have staff.
Who's grabbing these people?
Who's gonna do this?
Honestly, do you want to know who? There was this lady recently who just put a group me together where she was trying to find a sniper to handle our president situation. There's people that are willing to sign up and do stuff for the cause.
But who
There's always somebody
to do that shit though?
There's always somebody.
You would vote a random sniper to just grab up people from the street and be like, yeah, do that.
To grab who from the street?
The people.
She was trying to grab somebody to find Trump to just handle it.
Oh,
she's in jail now.
I was about exactly.
Yeah, it was a white lady.
Exactly.
Her heart was in the right place.
I mean, I think a lot of these people's hearts are in the
I think
right
that
place.
question all the time. We got all these snipers, and didn't none of y'all decide to just
because nobody wants to do it for free. Nobody wants to be a martyr.
If I knew how to do it, I could.
It would take.
So you would be a martyr.
If I could.
So you would die for this.
Die for what?
To get everybody locked up. You would die for it.
Did you guys ever watch Nikita?
Yes.
I would have Nikita'd that.
Holy shit.
I would have went and just got everybody with
like,
all
are
of the
you
vision.
a sleeper agent? Yeah. Spy?
Did I not say I don't have the ability? Did I not say that?
I'm just saying.
I said if I had the ability.
But even if we had somebody with the ability, do you think that if we had a Nikita ass super spy agent
if you watch the same show I did, she absolutely would. That was her goddamn job.
There's also a reason that was a show.
Go. But shows are based on truth.
The closest thing we got to Nikita was
the highest ranked, most decorated assassin is nowhere near what they can do in those shows.
I think it would be. I think we have the means.
It is not.
I think we have the means.
The closest
if we
nigga to
done.
Nikita was Luigi Mangione.
Luigi Mangione, exactly.
That is not true. And how dare you? How dare you come for Nikita like that? That man can't do nothing.
Who?
Luigi?
He did something.
He killed that nigga.
Nikita was in here backflipping,
but you would have to be on that level of I don't give a fuck, and then have the nuts to actually do it. There's not a lot of people that can do that.
Nope.
And he was
ready.
Yeah.
I think we have divisions for it. I think we just aren't going to deploy them. But I think the U.S. has divisions. If you honestly think to our conversation, maybe you're just not.
We got a fucking predator ready to go. Goddamn. We don't. We really don't.
So I
feel the
the
most decorated team, Delta Squad, that took out Osama, ain't even that skilled. They're skilled, but they're not Nikita skilled.
They're pretty skilled.
They're not Nikita skilled.
But they're under the power of Trump. They're not doing anything without Trump's word. That's the military. They're literally designed.
And there's forces above Delta Force. So there are people above them.
It will literally take a general coup to overturn anything the president has going on. All the generals got to be on point. There's too many generals, and they're all fucking split.
It's really ignorant to think that. To our point earlier, that this country runs and things happen behind the scenes, but we don't have an elite force of anybody that can just kill people when we say to do it. I think for you to think that, right? So I think for you,
I mean, we can, but I don't think on the scale that you're looking at, taking out multiple people like that.
On the scale she's talking about, we actually do.
You think we could take out every single person
I
on the Epstein
do
files
think that we could.
without knowing?
I think for you to think
the oversight for that is damn near impossible. Like I said, you have to literally have all the generals to be on point to allow all of them to do that, and then those soldiers will have to be.
But the generals might even be part of the shit.
My thing
so the system. My thing is the system is so corrupt.
Yeah,
that doesn't exist.
That
force might have the skill, but I don't think they're.
We have the skill people to do it.
Y'all saying we got like John Wick ass niggas in the military. I don't think we got John Wick.
Yeah,
we do.
No.
I think all that stuff
you talking
comes
about
from somewhere.
Like a single soldier?
We don't. Yes. We don't have John Wick ass niggas.
I'm not gonna say John Wick nigga.
We have groups that can kill people. We have crazy ass way to kill people. They have there's supposed to be a ray gun that can make a nigga have a heart attack.
Yeah.
But to the extent where I don't think it's possible in that sense, right? Television, it stretches the belief.
So let's
system.
say there's 50 names on Epstein files. I believe, yes, we can absolutely take out and kidnap all 50 in one day for sure.
Same.
And knock them out for sure.
Same.
Absolutely.
I think I'm gonna
tell you why. There's two examples. One, I want to say, who's the Israel CIA? I forget what their name is. Mossad. So you have Mossad and you have Shin Bet. They did you heard about the shit with Hezbollah, where they blew up their fucking pagers and killed like 50 Hezbollah members at once with the pager. And they killed all of their targets. And if one of the targets didn't die from the pager, they killed them niggas. That's 50 bodies with damn near, not even that many casualties. That's just Israel with their shit.
It's very doable.
The second one was when they went into Venezuela and took Maduro and brought his ass back out with no casualties. That's insane.
But we said they wanted that nigga gone anyway.
The issue would be...
I'm talking about, the issue is that there's optics. There's people with optics on them at all times, right? Yeah. There's celebrities. There's high-paid officials. These aren't like... Maduro, they wanted to take that nigga out. The Mossad shit, they wanted to take them niggas out. Those are groups of people like that. I'm talking about the fact, if we had 150 people on the list, there's like 50 of them are celebrities, 50 of them are government officials, 50 of them are fucking CEOs and all that shit. We're not going to be able to surgically. We can take them out. We can make them disappear, but it's not going to be no fucking surgical. All of them disappear overnight.
I think it could be.
I don't think so.
I think it could be. I think the fallout after would be a pain.
If we're talking
but it
about
definitely
like
could be.
realistically right now, no, because like you said, like there's corruption, all that other shit. I'm just saying like we have the ability to do it. We have the groups to do it. It's not going to happen due to how the government is and bureaucracy and what we got going on in terms of
the fact that you think that it can't be done. I think is worrisome.
What, that it can't be? I mean, I understand why people don't think it could be done. I didn't know it could be done until I seen those two scenarios that I seen. I didn't realize it was like that.
I'm a firm believer in everything that they show us on television, no matter how far-fetched it seems, is real.
I can't go that far down.
I do. I think only because
things are dramatized up to that way to make you think,
things are dramatized, but you also have to remember, like, within our military, there's a division that watches all the movies and gives you the okay on what can be said and done.
The CIA watches them. They watch all the
military. Any movies that involve military, there's a military branch that watches it.
And the military
NSA does that regardless. Like
they
that's
make
their
sure
whole
you
shit.
don't put anything out.
National Security Agency make sure that you can't just put
So what I'm saying is, and if you've noticed, all of our movies that were so far-fetched are now coming true. Like AI, the robots walking around, the robots delivering us food, the iRobots carrying people's groceries, carrying people's shopping bags, everything that's like, oh no, that could never. They show us things to soften the blow. It's obviously not as easy as somebody in their minivan telling us what to do and then we're taking people out and running back in a bikini and we're safe. No. I get that. But I'm saying I don't think that everything, like the stuff that we're putting out and that we're watching, that it's just so far-fetched that our country could never or would never, is what I'm saying. I don't think it would be that fucking hard to round up all these pedophiles.
Now,
would it cause issues? Would it cause a trickle down? Would it cause unrest? Absolutely. But people like y'all that are just trying to make it seem mission impossible is what makes it come to where it's like, okay, well, we're just not going to do anything at all. And then nothing gets done. No, something needs to be done and it needs to happen. And if it's slow, it's slow. But that's the same reason we haven't gotten reparations as Black people. It would be too hard to give it to Black people, yet you were able to fund white people for their lost property. You were able to give it to the Jews, but we can't get it. Everything is doable. It's just a matter of, are you willing to put the work in to make sure that it's done?
Systemically, it's impossible.
No, it's not.
On both sides, both reparations and that particular operation.
How'd they figure it out for the Jews? They're not even from here. How'd they figure it out? We paid for it. How'd they figure it out?
No,
we ain't paid the Jews. We ain't paid the Jews like we need to get paid. You know what I'm saying? Like
Germany paid them, and that was handled by them. They
definitely
made
got
it
money
happen.
from the U.S.
But
as well.
you would have to literally demolish the system, which could take up to 50 years.
You're saying that we should do it. How? So where's the how?
What are you talking about?
You're saying we should stop this, right? We should do how? How are we stopping this? You're saying if a body was created, who's going to create it?
I don't even think there needs to be a body created. Call the police, put out a warrant, arrest these people.
They pay the police.
The police ain't gonna listen to them.
And if the police don't do it, it sounds like
so
they need to be fired.
We gotta call the police on the police?
So again, what you're saying is something completely different. You're asking me, if Ashley needs to be arrested, how do we arrest Ashley? We arrest Ashley. If you're telling me that this is your job and you are a dirty cop and you're not going to arrest the person, you will be in jail as well. This is impossible. We live in a very black and white society. People are operating in gray, and that's fine. We see it. However, making it seem like this is that hard, it's not. If this was a list of 500 Black men, they would be rounded up yesterday. It doesn't matter who's on payroll.
Because they're Black.
It is not. So you could do it. There wouldn't be all this pushback and all these but. You can do it.
But they're Black.
You can do it.
But is that they're Black?
So again, if you have an officer that is not fulfilling his request, it sounds like he needs to be in jail too. So
he's not going to be in jail.
There's
people paid by the people that are. So the people in power.
There are people lower than the powerful
paying
people
the niggas
who are doing fucked up shit, who are not going to jail. So if there's niggas like you, me, him on the streets right now who are not locked up for the fucked up shit they're doing, you think we can really lock up the niggas who are way above them?
I think that they could start.
I
think they could start. And I think
they should.
And that's what needs to be done.
They should start.
So you ask me what needs to be done, and I tell you.
But we're saying it's impossible.
It's not impossible.
Systemically.
It's not impossible.
It is.
The same way that it's impossible for Trump to have ICE arresting just citizens on the street.
It's not because he's doing it.
Because do you know why?
He's
because
empowered.
He has money. They got money.
He's empowered.
There's money behind all that. It's billions, trillions.
If we put you in the chair, it can happen.
So
but
what
you're
are
not
you
in the
missing?
chair. We don't have
there
the power.
are people currently, because you asked currently, what can we do? Currently, if somebody in the government right now, currently, says, go arrest these people. That's what I'm saying. I'm not sure what's not clicking. I'm not saying I say this and then the police listen to me. What I said was somebody from up above prints out warrants, gives them to all the police districts in all the 50 states, to all the people. If they're flying, if they're out of town, whatever. When Ashley touches down at the airport, Ashley will be arrested. Systematic arrests across the board. That's what needs to occur. You talking about cops aren't going to do this. If you don't do it, you need to be in jail too. Like, this is not up for a debate. This is not we're not watching. This is not cartel business. This is not shits and giggles and they paid for the police. Everybody not participating goes to jail.
It takes a Mamdani level.
Goes to jail.
On a presidential level.
Goes to jail. In
order for anybody to change that. That means you have to be literally brought up by the people, funded by the people in general. That's the only way, which is, like I said, you
genuinely believe that if
there's nobody in the government right now
let's say
who
Trump,
would do
for
it.
example, let's just say Trump says it. Trump says, okay, we're going to arrest the first 50 people on this list. Boom. They're getting arrested. You're saying police aren't going to arrest people?
Yeah, Trump said it, but you said somebody in the government, right?
I'm saying anybody. Like
somebody at the government, at the high level.
So you're saying if Trump gets kicked out of office and there's a new president, that they're just not going to listen to the president?
You're talking about Trump in general or Trump as president?
Anybody. Like, if there's another
Trump,
president.
He's president.
I said if Trump is not president and now we have somebody else.
Okay, so if he's not president and he says it, no, it doesn't fucking matter. He's not president. But if the president, it's a chain of command. You're saying somebody in the government, right?
Right. Somebody that is licensed and able to make these decisions.
I agree, but there's nobody in the government. There's nobody in the government like that. Because if there were, they would be doing that right now.
But from my understanding, they're trying to do it, and Trump is saying no. So what I'm saying is, once Trump is no longer in office, or he dies, or whatever happens, and all these people are out, when we finally have people, because there are people that want them arrested. Jasmine Crockett was just talking about it.
Once we get a new government, a new
there's
president,
not a lack of people. So that's what I'm saying.
So you're saying the new president,
whoever I don't even think it has to be the president, because I think that's a lot of the issues, and that's why we're kind of having this back and forth, because now we're used to the president just treating this like a monarchy, and they just say something and now it's done. Traditionally,
kind of is though.
Now,
yeah.
What I was saying was based on normal government, not this 4-year hay
so
fever.
that makes sense. So, I'm thinking you saying we, the people,
I'm
need
saying
to be out
we as
here.
in our government, because I'm still sane and I'm still.
I'm thinking you saying we got to be out here in arms and fucking dragging niggas out of their homes.
No, that's why I said they need to pass an order and say this is what you need to do.
But yeah, I agree. It would take new leadership.
And I don't think it needs to be all new leadership, because I'm pretty sure this can be done.
Well, leadership, I mean like the cabinet. All them niggas need to be out. Because they're the ones who are blocking it.
And
the cabinet is only there through the presidency.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. All of them need to go.
Whoever needs to be replaced needs to be replaced.
Systemically. It has to be. Like I said, it can happen, but only through systemic change. Literally, only through systemic change, in which you have a regime change in terms of a new president. Because obviously Trump ain't going to do this shit.
No.
So it has to
a
be
new president. You need new Supreme Court justices.
I'll use an example. Let's say Jasmine Crockett does go up in there. She does become president or whatever. And then she says, okay, round everybody up. That can happen. Absolutely. My whole thing was, okay, cool. Now you have to pay these people to go round these people up. Because some people are going to be like, okay, yeah, I'm going to go round these people up. But what lawyers are going to be like, yeah, I'm on file. I'm about to. Because you can't just get your regular run-of-the-mill lawyer. You have to get judges as well. Which judge is going to be able to be,
which the Supreme Court needs to be cleaned out.
Who's not going to be able to be bought? You have to have real solid, Supreme Court problems
because you got loyal people in the Supreme Court.
But you do hear everything that you're saying is the same thing that happens in every single court case. In every single court case, you are supposed to have an unbiased jury. You're supposed to have an unbiased judge.
Agreed.
You're supposed to have somebody that's on each side. So with what you're saying, it's how we operate all the time.
Yeah, and it's corrupt right now.
So do you think now we have unbiased court cases?
No.
Okay, so we need to clean that out too.
Systemic.
Everything needs to be cleaned out.
But I think through these arrests,
there's dirt everywhere.
Through these arrests,
it'll do that.
Yeah. 1,000%.
I think it's like he says. I think it's a cabal. I think there's niggas on top with multiple niggas underneath.
So if we go back to my original, before you asked how to do it properly, when I went with my DJ T theory to just round them up and send them to Alligator Alcatraz and forget about them until we got time, we wouldn't have that problem, because these young girls called the police. These young girls were dealing with law enforcement. So if law enforcement is in there, if judges are in there, if whoever's in there, that's not my problem. I don't care if it's your pastor. I don't care if it's your mom. I don't care if it's your grandma, your granddaddy. They need to be arrested. Send them to the alligators and it can be dealt with at a later date. Like, to me, it just sounds like if we were to arrest every single person with proof, a lot of these conversations would not be existing.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
It sounds solved to me.
If we have the right person in power to actually construct this.
On paper, yes. On paper, yes.
Yeah. We have to have the right person.
It's not Mission Impossible. It's really not.
But it's
you did something wrong. You need to be arrested. Now you're arrested. Now wait over here until it's time for your sentences. Is that not what they do with everybody else? Allegedly, that's what they doing with the ICE folks. So what's the problem? Just remove the kids and put the pedophiles.
They're arresting ICE people? Or are you talking about what they're doing to the immigrants?
ICE is supposed to be doing that with the immigrants. You broke the law, so now you're going to wait here till we can figure out what to do with you and you get due process. It's the same thing.
They got somebody backing them, though.
So now...
And they got money.
So now you got the pedophiles.
I think that's the biggest
space.
problem. I think that's the biggest blocker for this. I don't even think it's the government. I think it's money.
Why are people going to ICE? Because they're getting paid. They're getting bonuses. They're getting paid.
They didn't get their bonuses.
Well, they didn't now, but before that, they were.
Why was Epstein able to do what he was able to do?
Because people don't care about their children.
It's money.
No, people don't care about their children. If you
you don't care about your kid.
If you cared about your child would never been in that position, and the money wouldn't have been a factor.
Yeah.
If those girls had people that cared, the money wouldn't have been an issue.
Yeah. But I'm just saying the money is...
I mean, that's like these celebrity cases. I mean, R. Kelly, money. P. Diddy, money. They didn't care until...
Money. It's money.
They didn't care until they needed money.
Money is
We've
corrupting.
seen it. You've seen it.
It's the most corrupt force in the world right now.
That is not corrupt.
How do you get most people moved?
It's people. It's not money. Money is the easy way out. Stop blaming money.
Money makes people corruptible.
Money is the easy way out.
Money does not make people corrupt. Money does not make people corrupt.
Money makes people change their morals.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. And I feel like that's such an easy cop-out.
Money tests the morals.
doesn't.
It tests the morals.
No,
you find out who somebody is.
If you actually have morals, they can't really be tested and tried to make you nut up. Like, to the point of, okay, you're very where you stand spiritually and like what's real and what's not, right? Mm-hmm. If I offer you $1 billion to say ghosts are real, are you going to be running through here at home?
I'm going to take the $1 billion and for $1 billion, sure.
Are you going to live your life being scared and thinking of crystals?
I don't care.
So you're not changing your morals and beliefs, and that's my point. But money is not going to make you change and divert.
I think people's morals do. Well, so you're saying they already had weak morals then. They didn't have the morals to begin with.
You had no morals.
Yeah, and I get that.
There's no way that I'm going to pay you based on how both of y'all talk. And our experience knowing each other. There's no way that I can offer either one of you $1 million to sell your child.
No, fuck no.
Okay, when you're saying, look at R. Kelly, look at P. Diddy, look at Epstein.
So you're saying those people didn't have it to begin with.
Thank you. Those parents were bought because they were allowed to be bought. Blaming money is the easy excuse to avoid responsibility of those are shitty people.
Oh no, they're still shitty people.
Well, but that's not.
I'll say this.
I wouldn't say just because they did it for the money.
Have morals anyway.
There you go.
I'll just start there.
There you go. Yeah. So stop blaming money. Money is the easy excuse. Stop blaming money.
It's not like a.
It's the most tangible thing I can give you.
It's people.
Because you don't know a nigga morals until you.
You do. If you see what they do, I know who you are.
People are fucked
up.
If
I see what you're doing, if I see that you're letting your child go be with a man for a night so that you could have money to do whatever, that tells me all I need to know about you.
I had to see that first though. I didn't know that before I see you.
But we
didn't know about R. Kelly doing all the other shit.
Yes, we did. The girls came out. There was jokes. There were songs.
I mean, yeah, the first part, but only until we seen that.
He's talking about even before the jokes,
first
even
instance,
before the song.
The nigga was singing. Okay, cool. He's singing. Cool.
He told you in the song.
You touch kids.
He said it in the songs. So if you listen to the songs, you heard it.
Well, I would have to say that about every single R&B singer then.
Right. I don't sing certain shit because if I hear it, I'm not repeating it. So what do you mean you didn't know? You knew. You just didn't care.
It's there.
You knew.
But I'm saying, like, I'd have to put that generalization to every single R&B singer that's singing on the same.
So are you going to sing a song about having sex with a 13-year-old little girl?
No.
Are you going to have a song? My mind is telling me no, but my body is telling me yes, referring to a child? Oh, okay.
But did you know it was about a child before he said anything about children?
When he was always spotted with 12 and 13-year-olds, I mean, it's kind of out there.
I mean,
when he said he wrote the song about the kid, when he did the interviews, I mean, you kind of know. He's always been off.
He said in the interview he wrote that song about a child.
He said he was dealing with somebody that was 16. He said it.
But
you're a grown man. What are you talking about?
You literally have to see that particular thing. Otherwise, I have to judge every single person off of every single thing that they do. I
judge every single person off of exactly what they say they do.
But we know the normal person is not going to do that, though. Like, we're not going to just automatically...
So how do you judge people?
You don't judge them until facts are presented that make you change your judgment.
No, you
I'm
just
not
said.
gonna go around. He's talking about the fact that like you don't go around listening to other R&B artists and be like, oh, they're singing about kids, and then when they come out that they're singing about kids, it's like, oh damn, they were singing about kids for real.
Why not?
So
if I hear somebody singing about children, I'm going to assume that they mess with children. Therefore, I'm not going to listen to it. So then, when it comes out that they were messing with children, I'm not surprised.
But what I'm saying is, in their song, where do they say they're dealing with children is what he said.
Because my mind's telling me nobody's
Jay-Z has songs. All of them have songs talking about 15-year-olds, 14-year-olds, 13-year-olds. They literally have dropped ages in the song. She's under 18. Ooh, she's almost there. Ooh, she's barely legal. Barely legal is illegal. So I'm confused where y'all are confused because it's in the songs. It's not like we've never heard a song where somebody...
Legal?
Yeah. Barely legal means you just barely made it.
So if you're 40 years old singing a song about a girl that's barely legal that you're now in love with, that's not a red flag for you?
I mean, it is a red flag.
Okay, so saying you don't know is like, kind of hard to say. Like, that's a lie.
I don't know.
That's a lie. There's plenty of songs out here where people are singing about minors.
Well, I'm saying
and it's very clear that they're singing about minors. Because
I ain't going to say about minors. I'm saying in general, like, I don't know if this nigga's a creep-ass nigga. And I don't know if I can actually truly judge this nigga and be like, oh, that's a creep because he's saying this particular lyric. And it's about kids or whatever, I'm just gonna take it as a lyric. Like I said, my mind's telling me nothing about you. Telling me yes could be like, oh, maybe I know she has a husband the whole time. So mentally, I'm like, I shouldn't deal with her.
Yeah, my body wants me to deal with her.
So in terms of making an inference, yes, I would agree with you. You can't always infer. However, if it is clear,
if it is direct, absolutely, absolutely.
I'm not sure where the confusion is.
That was a confusion though. Like I said, certain lyrics can infer.
But there were plenty that were clear.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that part. Yeah.
So the confusion doesn't make sense. That's all I'm saying. Because you open with, I'm not judging people based off what they say and how they act.
Yeah.
I'm judging people based on what they say and how they act.
Yeah, hell yeah. I mean, I'm just saying people can make assumptions. We can all say, in terms of whatever lyrics somebody might go with, it could be a completely different pathway. But, we're going to assume what they say is this particularly.
If you say stuff to me, I'm taking it at face value.
Yeah.
Period.
But with Jeffrey Epstein, y'all already seen Pam Bondi. Because people are talking about this. I mean, last week, Pam Bondi
last month, the month before.
Well, when did they come out? December? November? What? They came out in November, right? They started coming out in November.
They came out last month, or which one? You talking about the last batch?
The files, the first batch. No, they were supposed to come out in December. That's when Trump did that.
They've not come out
then
yet.
There was a leak. Then there was a redaction. Mm-hmm. Then there was some.
Because they dropped them with just black ink on everything.
But if you copied it, it showed you what was under there.
Poorly, yeah.
But Pam Bondi had a hearing, and they've been actually trying to get her in this Senate hearing for a long time. The Oversight Committee has.
I hope she goes to jail.
And they've been trying to get her on here for. They said she's been hiding for a long time. We're going to show y'all a clip about her. Actually, and you can just look it up on Google, honestly, because it's really a lot of context behind this. A lot of senators asking her questions about the Epstein files and what's going on and why hasn't she done this and that. What she does a lot is she does a lot of filibustering. Basically, she answers a question. They only get 5 minutes, by the way, to ask her a question. And what she does is she wastes this 5 minutes by saying why didn't they do something in the last presidency or complain about their particular stances from years ago to basically not answer the question and not allow them to follow up with her. One of these, this clip we're going to show you is a filibuster. It's actually probably the most viral clip that we've seen in this hearing of her mentioning the Dow Jones as somebody's explaining to her about why she hasn't done anything about these files. So we're going to show you all that real quick right now.
You sit here and you attack the president, and I am not going to have it. I'm not going to put up with it. All they want to do, the American people need to know this. They are talking about Epstein today. This has been around since the Obama administration. This administration released over 3 million pages of documents, over 3 million. And Donald Trump signed that law to release all of those documents. He is the most transparent president in the nation's history. And none of them ask Merrick Garland over the last 4 years one word about Jeffrey Epstein. How ironic is that? You know why? Because Donald Trump, the Dow right now is over. The Dow is over $50,000. I don't know why you're laughing. You're a great stock trader, as I hear, Raskin. The Dow is over $50,000 right now. the S&P at almost 7,000. And the NASDAQ smashing records. Americans' 401ks and retirement savings are booming. That's what we should be talking about. We should be talking about making Americans safe. We should be talking about, what does a Dow have to do with anything? That's what they just asked. Are you kidding?
Mr. Jordan, Mr. Jordan.
Committee will be in order.
All right, so as y'all seen, the filibustering basically her coming up with basically saying that why are we talking about the Epstein files when the Dow Jones is at 50,000? Mind you, the Dow Jones was at 50,000 even when Biden was president. So it's not like Trump did anything.
Mind you, they're talking about the Trump files because that's why she was called there to talk about the Trump files. Like, that's what blows me with this administration. Why'd you call me to talk about my job? I don't want to talk about my job. I want to talk about what I want to talk about. This is the most unqualified group of people that when I tell you they need to be arrested, they need to be charged because you have received, imagine if I got hired for a job and I lied on my resume, I stole money from the company, and I continued receiving a check for duties I wasn't doing. Would they or would they not sue me? I
mean, to be honest and to be fair, I'm going to counter that by saying she's doing exactly what she was hired to do.
What?
And that is deflect and filibuster and for the Trump, because this is not a
technically no. Let's be technical.
This is not a Trump. This is not an elected official. This is somebody that Trump hired. Trump hired her to be in this particular position to lie for him.
But what is her position? The position already existed.
Attorney General, Department of Justice.
So the position that she was hired for, she is not doing. She is not doing her official job description. She is acting in the best interest of Trump. So my argument still stands. If he wanted to hire somebody to deflect, he should have hired a deflector, and that should have been her title, and then he should never hire anybody for that position. Or he should have just got rid of the position. And this is why I feel like a lot of these people are going to be able to get sued and go to jail. Because if you are hired to do a job and you are refusing to, in fact, do your job, us as taxpayers should be entitled to a refund for your salary that you've now wasted for over a year. So when I say all these people to go to jail, this is what I'm referring to. It's very different for if she's his assistant and she's doing that. Yeah, cool. That's not her job description, nor her job title, nor her duties. She's not doing any of what she's supposed to do.
I'd argue that anybody that's elected by or put in power by a president, their job title is whatever he tells them to do, regardless of what it is, even if that's their title.
And that's not the best interest of this country. And your job when you're hired for these positions are to be in the best interest of the company. The company, aka the United States of America. It's never to one person.
I'll say this. So let's say, for example, you work for some Fortune 500 company. Mm-hmm. You're supposed to be the VP of Research and Development. He said, and your job title was you're supposed to. Let's say this company was some kind of You do funny because we were watching the Oscar movie. You're doing like tree logistics, right? Like you guys cut down trees, and he's saying, your job is to figure out ways to cut down trees more effectively. But he says, hey, I need you, and that's what he hired you for. But he said, you know what? Fuck all that. This is what I need you to do. I need you to go. I need you to just grab me Mickey D's every day. You ain't got to do shit about trees. Like, would you get fired for that? No, because the president hired you for this, but you're doing something else. You would not get fired for that because
I'd probably ask for a change in my title.
Because
I feel like down the line when you're no longer here, I'm going to be in trouble. That to me sounds a lot like that coach that started smashing the lady coach and then gave her was it an assistant and then gave her double her salary. Remember, it was like a big scandal in the NFL. Black dude cheated on with the white girl.
Sharon Moore.
And what happened?
Oh yeah, he got banned.
And he had to pay that money back.
But the girl was good though. She ain't really.
The money had to get paid back somehow.
It didn't come from her.
But what did I just say? Same thing. There will always be repercussions.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Oh yeah, she's not going to stay in power for long. Hell no. Like I said, we know this. But so with you knowing that, what if he says, okay, you ain't got to worry about the trees, research, whatever. But he says, I'm just going to pay you 10 times your salary. So you do this for 4 years, you'll get paid 40 years worth of what you're supposed to do anyway. Would you still do it?
For what? What do I have to do?
Just get him McDonald's every day.
yeah, I need my title changed and I need this in writing.
Would you need your title changed, or would you just keep your title changed?
Absolutely. I'm not paying that back. I'm a realistic person.
But you wouldn't have to pay it back, though. You wouldn't have to pay it back.
I don't know what I would need to do.
You got hired to do what he told you to do.
Paying me $1 million a year to bring you McDonald's sounds cool.
Not $1 million. It's
What
more
is
than that.
it?
Like I said, it's 4 times whatever you would have got paid doing the treat shit.
So you're giving me $4 million to bring you McDonald's.
Well, you would have made, like I said, once again, in the 4 years that you were in there, you would have made 40 years worth of what you're supposed to get paid as the
so
treat.
$40 million.
More than that. Probably more than not even so. I'm just saying, whatever you
just give me a number.
That's supposed to give you a career.
Okay.
You can make it $400 million. It doesn't matter.
$400 million. That's great. I need this in writing. And
yeah, it's in writing. All of that shit's in writing. Everything is there. Absolutely.
Change my position. Rewrite it.
It was just that, but that would be your position.
Cool.
Like, no change. No change. Nothing. Like, you were supposed to be the VP of researching for trees, but you're not doing that. He told you to get Mickey D's.
I would need an internal paper saying that I'm good.
Yeah, I mean, you'd be fine. I mean, they wouldn't take any of your money. I mean, that is literally what you're doing. So that's what he's doing. It's the same thing, just deflect. Obviously, she would have some kind of, because what are they going to do to her? Like, honestly, what is she doing illegally?
Not doing her job.
How do we know?
Because like you just said, they couldn't get a hold of her for months. I don't think that that's normal.
It's not. But she was legally able to avoid going to this.
Because to your point, she has everybody else around her. So again, it's just almost like just because me and my 5 other friends are doing the wrong thing doesn't mean that you're not going to get in trouble at some point.
The only thing that's going to happen to her is her reputation. That is it. Her reputation.
I have a feeling that cabinet is going to be a lot more than that.
It depends on what they've done.
All these pardons, all these things, it's going to take time, but I
think she did lie on
she lied under oath.
Yeah, I think that's the most she's going to get. Jail.
For a year. See, you must not care. I'm not going to jail. And I think that's what kind of keeps me on the
That's true. I'll tell you that.
narrow.
I mean, I would go to jail for...
You're making like okay.
I'll go to jail for about $100 million. I'll take a year for $100 million for sure. Absolutely.
No.
I feel you.
No. Because who just goes to jail for a year? Like, that doesn't even sound right.
What you mean, who goes to jail for a year? A lot of people go to jail for a year.
Do they?
Yeah.
Or does it turn into 3 years, 5 years because now you're in trouble?
In her position?
In any position. Like, jail is not a luxury spa.
No.
Right. So you're going to jail for a year and you think you're not going to get into any altercations. Nobody's going to mess with you. Nothing's going to happen. You're just in there. Tra-la-la.
In Fed jail as the former AG... I mean, I don't think it's going to be as it isn't going to be
out
ours.
real well for Jeffrey.
It's not going to be Orange is the New Black. I don't think
both Jeffreys.
But I mean, that's the risk she's taking. She said, "Okay, I'll do 2 years, maybe, for probably $100 million, 200, 400
These
million."
people don't think they're going to jail at all, and I don't think it's going to be 2 years.
I believe that too.
It's
But
gonna be wild.
I think they would be.
I
foolish.
think right as everything's going to come crashing down, they're all going to try to get on that plane that Trump got from the UAE,
Saudi Arabia,
and they're going to all try to go somewhere together at once to try to escape because they know their life here is done because they know it.
And I mean, that is the main question for everybody. Do y'all
what's your
believe,
plan?
Do y'all believe that this is going to be just running? Them going to be in office and la la la, or are they going to actually be charged?
Is Jeffrey going to be charged? Is Elaine Maxwell going to be
Jeffrey's
charged?
dead,
Are these girls going to see justice? Are these... I'm just saying, like, for the files, like, the files in general, like, are people going to get charged?
Is them dying justice?
No.
You think you want to see them get in some real trouble? You want punishment?
Well, I don't think I'm the right person to ask for this, personally.
No, I want to hear what you want. I want to hear what you would
eye
think.
for an eye. Like, I think just because you die, no, that's not justice. Absolutely not. That's not justice. No.
You want to see all of these people in jail.
I don't want to
suffering.
I mean, I don't want to see anything.
I mean, not see, but you
I think alligator Alcatraz will be fine. Leave them right there.
Oh, just dump them in a building and leave them to their own devices.
Shit, I'd rather them go to CCOT.
What is that?
That's in El Salvador.
I don't know where they need to go, but I don't think paying a fine is it. I don't even think jail is equivalent to the things that they've done. But jail is the system that we live in. So yeah, I think they need to be in jail. I think they need to serve a life sentence for each one of those minors that we can prove they did things to. And I think that's where they need to be. Gem pop, right on the bottom. Good luck.
There y'all have it. We talked about the Epstein files a little bit. Obviously, I don't want to go too much into it because, I mean, nobody's even in trial currently. And we're still trying to get most of the files out. Did want to give y'all a little update as to what's going on. As you can see, 3 million files are out right now. There's still I think well over 3 million left to be released.
The hard stuff.
The Trump administration is filibustering and not really trying to come out and have any investigations. They did have the survivors at her hearing. She did not want to look at them.
She did not look at them. She did not talk to any of them, and she lied under oath saying that she spoke to all of them.
Who did this, Pam?
Yeah,
she said she talked to all of them.
She's the secretary.
She's the attorney general.
Oh, she's the attorney general. She's the one who
Department
kept
of Justice
doing the runaround. Yeah.
And so right now we're attempting to figure out what the plans can be, what they should be, what they will be. All we can do is speculate until actually something happens.
There is no plan. Nothing's going to happen.
Honestly, as long as Trump is in office, nothing is going to currently
because
happen.
he'd have to go to jail.
Facts.
And half of his cabinet, half the people laughing on national television about what's going on.
Facts. So yeah, as of right now, obviously, this is our conclusion of the Epstein files and what we've seen thus far. We will come back to it once we get a lot more information. Hopefully, we do get more of the files coming out past May. I'm pretty sure past May or sometime.
And I want to correct, this is not our conclusion. This is our opinion because it is not over. It's nowhere near over.
Oh, it ain't going to be over for years.
It's not over.
It's
not over.
It's our conclusion for the day. That's for sure. Because I'm not trying to talk about this shit all the time. Y'all know this already. We get into politics all the time.
It's exhausting.
Yeah. But we knew what was up last year when we talked about this shit last year. So I want to thank y'all for watching. This is the Bridge ATL. Once again, I want you to like, follow, subscribe, holla at your boy, holla at your girl Ashley, you know what I'm saying?
What do you guys think is going to happen? How do you think we can, you guys have all the lovely opinions and are college educated like you like to tell us under our comments. What do you guys feel like we should do? What do you guys feel like the country should do? What is proper justice? What should we do with the list now that we, the people, have the files? What is the proper course of action?
What is proper justice, though?
How do we as a country get proper justice? Is it down state to state? Do we figure out state by state, all right, these crimes happened in PA, so PA handles those, Ohio handles these, California handles those, and then, just federally, since they cross the waters, they figure that out later? Like, do we put it up to the state to make it work? Do we put it on the counties? Like, who do we expect to take the lead on this? And how can we get it going?
It should be federal, but we know that's probably not.
I think we should start with the state. I think the state would be the best way to get the ball rolling.
You can buy out the state, though.
Pick it off. Start it. I think the issue is it has to start.
It does.
And I think Hillary and Bill is the best way to start it. How do you think that's going to go? Whose name surprised you the most?
That's a good one.
There's a lot of people on there, too. That's the crazy one. There's a lot of people.
Whose name do you want to see more to see what else they did?
That's what I want to know.
Oprah didn't surprise me.
I want to know what they did. A lot of people on there. I know, just as a little sidebar, I know back in the day when Epstein got arrested, people immediately jumped at Chris Tucker because he was on the list. And he was like, no. I rode on the plane with them to a different event.
Yeah, Russell Wilson name was in that motherfucker. Like,
because he looked at, and that's the thing.
So it's like there's people who were on the plane.
And that's, again, broke people problems. You don't know what you don't know.
Right.
You can charter a plane with other people.
Exactly.
So I cannot know either of you. And we're all going to California. So we all pay
we could be going to go sacrifice somebody. You just coming to come see family.
You pay your meal. I pay my meal. Hey, what's up? I mind my business. Now my name's on the manifest. Hold on. Whoa. Mm-hmm. Slow your roll. So maybe do a little more research before y'all start coming at some of these people. But
they are coming at a lot of, there's a lot of people though. It's gonna, like Kel said, there's gonna be a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And until next time, follow us everywhere and we'll holla at y'all.
Bye.